Students, now we will see the second lecture of 9th module, organizational citizenship behavior, that is antecedents of organizational citizenship behavior. Why people perform extra role? What is the reason? What are the various factors which affect on person to play extra role? It's not simple thing. Every people can't play extra role. Often we are discussed in the classroom, when you just move out from the classroom, do you feel that you just switch off of the fan or any kind of electronics equipments or lights, other things? How many people are doing this kind of things? And I have experimented in the classroom that some of students, they have started to do this kind of things. The moment they finish their classroom lecture and they said, sir, we are supposed to switch off all of tube lights and fans like that. I think it is all about the leadership. So many factors are there basically which motivate the people to perform extra role. This part we are supposed to discuss today in second lecture, antecedents, or that is so called factors affecting predictors of organizational citizenship behavior. It is very important for researcher, PG people, of course UG people, it is equally important. Now see agenda, individual level organizational citizenship behavior, organization level organizational citizenship behavior, leadership level organizational citizenship behavior. There is a 3 different level we need to study. And what is the first level? Individual level organizational citizenship behavior, organizational level and the leadership level. The 3 different parts basically, Leadership is very important, organizational level, what kind of activities required so that people voluntarily can perform, plan to perform something extra, and individual level also. So first of all, individual level, personality traits is very important. What kind of your personality that is to be discussed, job satisfaction and performance. Of course, you are satisfied employees, then you will perform something, and organizational commitment. If you are committed workforce, then definitely you will perform citizenship behavior. Perceived organizational support, that means oftenly you are getting support from organizations in different activities, definitely you will perform organizational moral identity or pro-social behavior, moral identity or pro-social behavior. This is also very important part. Now see what I mean to express basically, what is the individual level, these are the sum of factors basically, we need to discuss one by one. That is personality traits. Personality traits are enduring tendency to think, feel and behave in consistent ways across different situations. Costa and Macri, 1992, attitudinal factors such as inclination toward job satisfaction might cause the connection between personality and OCB. Example, an employee high conscientiousness is likely to voluntarily take on tasks outside their job description to ensure projects are completed on time and to a high standard. They are also likely to help others meet deadlines by offering assistance with their workload. What exactly personality traits affect on organizational citizenship behavior? It is also one of the antecedents. That means what personality you have. If you are introvert, you are extrovert, and what kind of mindset you have, what kind of emotions you have, what kind of other context basically, personality is big 5 personality. Say for example, this is also one of the big issues of what I said, that the identifying who perform the organizational citizenship behavior. Now second important part, organizational commitment. Organization a psychological state that characteristics the employee's relationship with the organizations and has implications for the decisions to continue or discontinue membership in the organizations. Mayer and Allen, 1991. A psychological state that characteristics the employee's relationship with the organization and its implications for the decision to continue or discontinue membership in the organizations. I am reading the sentence once again, that because of you must follow that particular part. Once you are committed, like as you are psychologically attached with the organizations, and that cases you are ready to voluntarily perform something. like as Robbie stays because he wants to, he is emotionally attached and identifies with the organizational goals and values. It's very important when individual goal and organizational goals are aligned, then definitely you will be committed employees and you have the strong attachment, you have the strong identifications and you love this organization, then definitely your citizenship behavior you can perform. Then organizational job satisfaction and performance is very important things. Both are important in the sense it is very much clear according to Mobley et al. 1979, job satisfaction is considered a primary dependent variable in terms of which the effectiveness of an organization's human resources is evaluated. I think Smith et al. 1983 conducted a study to large banks and found there is a positive correlation between job satisfaction and OCB. Similarly, Rashid, Jahanzib and Rashid 2013 also found a positive relationship between job satisfaction and OCB. Anjali feels happy and fulfilled in her role as a teacher because she enjoys the work, feels valued by her principal and sees the positive impact she has on her students every day. I think this is very important part, job satisfaction performance. There is very important word, teaching job. If you are satisfied with the job, then definitely you can perform better. Once you perform better, then you can't see any kind of limit. You can go extend beyond the limit. You can teach in different way by applying your mindset and using your intuition power. You can teach in different way. Similar thing happens in organization also. And more important part, perceived organization support. What is it basically? That is the degree to which employees believe that their organization values their contribution and cares about their well-being. It's very important part, perceived organizational support. Now see, it is also one of the great antecedents, moral identity. Moral identity is a regulatory mechanism that motivates individual to act in line with their moral beliefs and values because these are internal, central to their self-support. This very important part, moral identity is a regulatory mechanism that motivates individuals to act in line with their moral beliefs and values because these are central to their self-support. This very important moral identity, example, Neha always volunteers to mentor new interns at her company, but because it is required, but because she believes it is the right thing to do and genuinely enjoys helping others grow, reflecting her strong moral identity and pro-social values. That moral identity, perceived organizational support, both are the antecedents basically. Moral identity is nothing, that is the that you have some kind of value and that is the very personalized, that means that has you have some extraordinary value, that is the moral identity, and you understood this particular part. That means you need to help others, you need to help other peoples in the organization. These are all the some of antecedents. Now see, organizational level, it is the individual level you have seen, now the organizational level, organizational justice. Greenberg 1987, people's perception of fairness in organizations, particularly in terms of how they are treated and how decisions affecting them are made. Greenberg 1987 is very important to understand organizational justice. That means if the practice of justice is there, distributive justice is there, interactional justice is there, then definitely people used to perform something extra. It's very common and it has happened almost all of organizations. So justice has critical notation in every organizations. Justice has the fairness, has the great I think compliance, that should be very important compliance of any organizations. So some more important part, culture and climate, that is also the organization level. What type of culture, that is the long term. You can see the slide, every information are available here. It can be defined as a set of attributes specific to a particular organization that may be induced from the way that organization deals with its member and its environment. Campbell et al. 1970. Litwin and Stinger 1968 viewed organizational climate as a set of measurable properties of the work environment perceived directly or indirectly by people who live and work in this environment, assumed to influence their motivation and behavior. I think that is very interesting to understand why culture and climate. It is the culture is the creation, some kind of uniqueness which have been created by organizations over a long period of time, and they have identified the unique value system of the organization. And climate, that is the perception about the organization. And climate is very short term phenomena, and it is varying people to people, but creation of good climate, that is one of the great tasks of the organization. That is also one of the good antecedents of organizational citizenship behavior. Now see, leadership level is very important part, instrumental, what kind of leadership you have basically. This is also very important in the sense because leadership is the great role, whether it is the, what I said, that the justice, whether it is the matter of culture or climate, all the cases, role of leadership is very important. And what kind of leadership you have basically? Instrumental leader. Instrumental leadership involves strategic planning, goal clarity, task guidance to help employees achieve organizational objectives. However, they are often so focused on the tasks that they can alienate other members of the groups. Instrumental leadership facilitates role clarity. The supervisor should inform subordinates clearly what is expected of them. It is very important, I am telling you, to understand what instrumental leader is basically. Those who clear the role exactly. Conflict arises that because of role is not clear. Once your role is very much clear, then definitely you can perform well. And you may have the good mindfulness techniques because your role is clear. And other more things, some kind of guidance practices, what way this work to be done. If all these things are very conducive, definitely people will perform extra. So this is also one of the great practices of leadership role in organizational citizenship behavior. Supportive leader is very important things. I think HR leadership may be, supportive leader may be. I think not necessary to discuss all these things, since in preceding different slides of leadership style, I have discussed authentic leader and some other type of HR leadership, and also I have discussed servant leadership. All kind of things are very important, that creates some kind of congenial atmosphere to perform some extra role. Supportive leaders are not interested in giving leaders and managing every detail, but in giving employees the tools they need to work for themselves, while delegations are a vital role of supportive leadership. Managers do not simply assign tasks, then receive the results also. Instead, they work through the tasks with employees to improve skills and talents until the manager does not need to worry about a task being done correctly and the employee is fully empowered in a particular area. Supportive leaders who are concerned for employee well-being are more likely to be reciprocated with altruism behaviors. I think these are all the main important things. Who are the supportive leader? I think that all are supporting leader. I think leader is supportive. It is very common. Now, what way you can support? You are supporting in skill formation, you are supporting in task performance, you are supporting for good result creation. This matters basically, and that creates some kind of difference in organizational citizenship behavior. Transformational leadership is also a leadership role very important. Transactional leadership is very important. That particular cases core component of effective leadership behavior in organizations before induction of transformational leadership theory. Then some of authors says that transformational leadership is made possible when a leaders and values, internal standards are adopted by followers, thereby producing changes in the attitude, beliefs and goal of followers. Samir et al. 1993 and Wolk 1999 supported that leaders need to have qualities that facilitate followers to transform from one situation to another. They are transformational. I think it is already been discussed everywhere. Transform, that is, you just move one particular system to another system. You need to transform the organization. So, that cases transformational role is very important to activate the people for performing pro-social behavior like that. Then some of question students, which is very important for me basically to understand what personality traits are commonly linked to higher levels of organizational citizenship behavior. Students, good number of personality traits are there. Not only this particular lecture, in preceding lecture also you have seen. Like as you have seen the big 5 personality, that cases is very important. I think big 5 personality defines that 2 different extreme parts of personality, which can motivate the people to perform better. So, you can see the preceding slides also, that can motivate you, that can helpful basically to prepare your answer like that. Give one example of how perceived organizational support can influence employees' behavior. What is perceived organizational support is very important things. That means employees has the great notion that employer they are taking care of. HR leadership is very affluent to taking care of the employees' interest. That cases perceived organizational support is there. So, this very important. What is the difference between instrumental leader and the supportive leader is very important things. Instrumental leader, what they say basically, instrumental leader they said what were tasks to be performed, extra role, they just giving some kind of mentorship. Supportive leader, they are supporting in each every field of performing particular tasks. How does effective organizational commitment affect employees decisions to stay in the organization. It's very important. Students, you must be knowing that if there is no effective commitment, if you are not motivating the people for effective commitment, then definitely people will leave the organization. They have the stronger turnover intentions. This is very important part. I think you must be knowing. So, these are the sum of questions which I frame basically for you people. You just go through these questions, then you will be learning better way. Then some of reference are very important for your, I think this is very interesting. Basically, you can find any kind of books for that organizational citizenship behavior. I think you can have some kind of research publications, some edited volume also. That cases that will help you basically to understand what are the antecedents. I am telling you that is one of the least focus area in India basically. Even in eastern parts of the world, they are not taking care of extra role behavior, still focusing the in role behavior, and they believe that people are not performing in role. How do they perform extra role? So, my suggestion is that try to motivate them, follow some kind of guidelines, understand, give them proper message. In role is not enough. If you want to be a future leader, if you want to be a good employee, or if you want to be a good mentor, then you need to go beyond the service role, that is so called job description. Whatever is mentioned in the job description, it's the sum of formal documents. It's not enough, and it is likely to be changed over a period of time. But thing is that you need to perform more what is prescribed in the your job profile. So, these are all the sum of documents, some of work basically you can see that will help you to understand deeper understanding of this particular work. I am telling you again and again, this is one of the emerging area. So many people are doing research across the globe. You just try to identify that particular research, and also those are interested in research in future basically to this particular people. Now the under NEP regime, that after completion of 4 years people may pursue the research directly. So that cases that will help you basically. You can identify the some of emerging area of research that is very needed basically for our country basically, that can shape our organizations in good I think that blue chip firms, that is so called rapid growth firms. So many things I have discussed under this part basically as far as your what I said, that your understanding about antecedent, the factors or the predictors of organizational citizenship behavior. Thanks for listening, students. Thank you very much.